Please watch your step.
Planet of Tallburn quivered under the relentless assault of Chaos forces, its fortresses besieged from all sides. In a desperate bid to reinforce the defences of Bastion Primaris, an Imperial Guard regiment was dispatched with utmost urgency. The valiant soldiers embarked on their dropships, their hearts filled with duty and resolve. Little did they know, their arrival would be marred by the cruel hand of fate. As they descended through the turbulent skies, a ferocious sandstorm, born from the arid Tallburn desert, engulfed the region. Blinded by the swirling chaos, the navigational systems of the dropships faltered, leaving them at the mercy of the unforgiving winds. The regiment found itself scattered and disorientated, their intended destination swallowed by the treacherous desert wastes. A tense silence settled over the stranded soldiers as the sandstorm subsided, revealing the harsh reality of their situation. Surrounded on all sides by the vast expanse of the desert, they stood like an island in the sea of shifting sands. Panic threatened to take hold, but the abominable spirit of the Imperial Guard prevailed. They knew they were far from their intended landing zone, trapped in a hostile environment and encircled by Chaos cultists, hungering for their blood. With their backs against the scorching dunes, the guardmen readied themselves for the inevitable clash. Their weapons gleamed defiantly in the fading light, their resolve unbroken. They were surrounded, but they would not yield. The battle had not yet begun, but their determination burned brighter than ever as they prepared to face the chaotic forces closing in upon them in the heart of the forsaken desert wastes. Tallburn. Switching over to our tactical map then, we can see even though the Imperial Guard have made a dropship error here, they have still managed to form some semblance of a defensive position here. With there being absolutely no cover in the area, their best bet was to form a box formation, so that's exactly what they've done. So the first two lines here then, there's about 40,000 guardsmen split between the two of them. Taking up the centre stage here, we've got about 400 Black Templars, and they're going to be wielding their chainsaws of might. And in the very centre, we've got about 40 Basilisk artillery guns represented by our Flak 88s. And of course, surrounding them on both sides here, we've got about 2 million Chaos cultists hungry for their blood. Will they be able to do it? Well, ladies and gentlemen, as always, there's only one way to find out. Let's kick off today's slaughter then. And already we can see the auto guns of the Imperial Guard opening up on their Chaos lines, who are just being completely torn asunder. 4,000 losses already for the Chaos Aventune. You can see the Earthquaker shells in the background doing their work. Bit by bit though, the Chaos forces are advancing. The grim determination in their hearts, driven mad by the Chaos powers. They do not care about the insane losses that they're about to take, as long as they get to kill the Imperial Guard. That is all that matters to them. Let's go have a look how they're doing on the other side. A little bit better over here. You can see that the terrain has advanced the Chaos over this side a little bit more, though they are still being gunned down in their absolute thousands. 50,000 kills, already to the defenders, and a quagmire of death and blood and destruction is slowly starting to form here. I mean, I think we're going to be building some pretty big body walls here at the moment. The Chaos, though, relentless in their pursuit for victory here, just keep pushing forward. The Imperial Guard guns resonating high overhead. Look at this, just thousands and thousands of dead here. Already the Imperial Guard reaching 100,000 kills. Oh, the poor Chaos here. Almost standing no chance, it feels like here. Yet they keep pushing forward. Thousands of them have now died. Oh my god. There is nothing but a bloody pool remaining on the floor here. The Chaos desperately tried to push forward. All of them basically are melee combatants here, ladies and gentlemen. They're absolute madheads. Look at this. Oh my god. Have you ever seen anything like this in Warhammer? Millions of Chaos cultists just charging forward right into the Imperial Guard line. And as they come over the dead comrades here, the auto guns are just absolutely rinsing them off. The blood is starting to pool up as well, little by little. Crone, however you want to pronounce it, he's going to be extremely happy today. Already, though, the Chaos qualities have lost 210,000. This Imperial Guard here so far have not lost a single one. Sort of reminds me of the tactic of the killbots from Futurama, where, you know, they simply got depressed from killing humans so much that they killed themselves. Seems like that's what the Chaos are going for here. Maybe if the Guardsmen kill enough Chaos, they'll feel so sad. Kill themselves. Oh my god, there's blood appearing on the battlefield where it shouldn't even be appearing. I don't know how that got over there. But so far, ladies and gentlemen, the Chaos Horde here has not been very successful. It has been absolutely gunned down where it stands. It appears then that these chaps don't need a fortress at all. So it's going to be interesting actually to see how it goes on, because as these bodies pile up here, you'll get less and less collateral kills. So what the Guardsmen have early on, it's a very big advantage. You might see that the terrain is quite flat, which means that basically any shots that miss sort of hit Chaos behind them instead. But now, as the bodies start to pile up, the guns start having to point upwards, which means any stray shots, ladies and gentlemen, are firing off into the sky and well over the Horde. But already 350,000 Chaos dead. Oh my god, that's absolutely insane. So many have died here in such a small amount of time. This hill has not helped the Chaos that much. Look at this body pile. Oh my god, that's insane. Meanwhile, more auto gunfire is just strafing the line. Absolutely decimated the Chaos Horde here. The poor old chaps barely stood a chance. The Guardsmen, grim determination still etched into their faces here, know that the fight is not yet over. There's still 1.3 million enemies here. That's a hell of a lot. Anything could happen, yeah. Oh my days. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Good old Chaos here, forming a lovely little body pile. In fact, that's getting quite high now, isn't it? Meanwhile, Chaos are charging over. We're inspecting the dead bodies, and these guys are still trying to push forward. Let's have a look. Have we got any insane blood pools yet? I can't see any on this side just yet. How about on the other side? Ah. Oh my god, the amount of firepower coming out of this thing is ridiculous. Yeah, so I think basically what's happened here is we've slightly underestimated the power of the Chaos Horde here. Of the Imperial Guard, sorry. Well, I have, not we. Yeah, what we might do is I might hit this with a very quick time lapse, see if they actually do get any closer. And if don't, what we'll do is we'll massively increase the amount of units here and just see how much punishment this thing can actually take. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if the Chaos can actually get close. We'll be back in a moment. Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming back now, we can see that roughly half of the Chaos Horde has been decimated and not even got close. The Imperial Guard have killed 875,000 of the Chaos, and they've still not lost a single trooper. So, what I think we'll do is we will time-lapse the rest of this battle here, and then I'll go alter the damage value of these chaps, lower it slightly, just to give the Chaos a little bit of a chance to make the fight a little bit more interesting. But to be honest, at the moment, I kind of want to see how insane we can make some of these body piles, because they're starting to get ridiculous, some of these. Look. Look at this! Oh my god, this was a flat land earlier, and we have just made... Now I know how all these mountains were made in the background. It was the Chaos Horde. It was just decimated eons ago, and now there's nothing but dust. So yeah, what we'll do then, very quickly, time-lapse the rest of these 600,000 died, and then I'll go alter the damage values and we'll start the battle again. And hopefully it'll be a little bit more balanced. God knows. I tested this like 2 days ago and it was a lot more even than this. So I don't know what's happened yet. I think I might have automatically like sort of edited them in the meantime and completely forgotten about this. So yeah, anyway, we'll be back in a moment. Okay, so with only 500,000 troops left, I think it's pretty safe to say that Chaos have pretty much lost this one. Now, I don't know what's going on here with these groups. They're sort of like stretched out in a weird way. Why aren't they going around the sides? Why aren't you guys flanking out a bit more? Is it because you don't need to? What's going on over here? It's sort of like they're all really stuck and milling about. But yeah, I think what we'll do then is we'll end this one. I'll go tweak... Look, it's happened over here. What the heck is this? What is going on? Do they not like the centre anymore? Have they just given up completely on the centre? Like, no, we don't like that. Okay, so yeah, we'll end this one here very quickly, and we'll be back in a moment. Here we are then for round 2 of the slaughter, with much more balancing in place. This one should be a lot better now. So what ended up happening then is I lowered the damage of the guardsmen quite considerably. I also upped the speed of the chaos cultists here ever so slightly, so they are a little bit faster than before. This should result in a much more chaotic, bloody and crazy battle. As you can see already, the chaos cultists making much better headway here, though they are still being cut down in their thousands. Oh my god, that little charge of men then, look at these here. As they get close, just, oh my god, ripped apart. But they are actually getting towards the front line of the guardsmen here, though. Their auto guns ready to receive the charge, killing thousands of cultists right before them. Point blank range, basically the shoving the auto gun into the face of the chaos cultist and blasting his brains out from between his eyes, or at least what's left of his addled brain. Oh my god, look at this. Already the chaos cultist trying to surge over the guardsmen. The guardsmen this time actually starting to take losses. They've already lost 10, though the chaos cultist here 50,000 already dead. This is a brutal front line. Look at this. Bodies flying into the air. The guardsmen, though, standing resolute, knowing they've got nowhere to go. Blood is already starting to pool behind them, and Crone laughs on in the background. Let's go have a look at the other front line, see how we're getting on over here. Pretty much the same affair. The Chaos Cultists here actually managed to get to the front line this time, and a massacre has ensued. Oh my god, I love how you can actually see the guardsmen getting propped up one by one as the bodies build up underneath them. The horde here clashing right into the Imperial Guard line, not caring about the insane losses that they're suffering. And my god, are they taking insane losses here. Oh my god. Absolutely fantastic stuff here by the guardsmen so far. 400 losses though. They are taking losses, unlike last time where they didn't take a single loss. The chaos here, evermore pushing forward right into their ranks here. Oh my god, they are taking insane losses. This is absolutely ridiculous. Look at these guardsmen on the front now. They're absolutely covered in blood. The chaos, oh, he just got stabbed down as the chaos man bayonet charged the guardsman there, finding a chink in his armor and just going straight through and slicing him open. Meanwhile, on the corners, the chaos are trying to push round, but unfortunately, they're coming into a wall of gunfire here, being mowed down. Their corpses are even being blasted apart, to be honest. Oh my god, the amount of firepower coming out to the Imperial Guard line here is pretty ridiculous. As you can see, the body mount is also getting pretty ridiculous here. The Chaos Cult is still pushing forward. 200,000 kills here to the Guardsmen so far. They've lost 1,000 of their number, and look at that front line. Oh, let's go into cinematic mode here. Let's take the kill counter off. Look at this. Oh my god. Thousands of chaos cultists pouring over their own dead through the blood and the quagmire of death. Reaching that Imperial Guard line, trying to stab the Imperial Guardsmen, and in return, the Guardsmen rifles, ready to receive the charge, are just blasting them down at point blank. Oh my god. The amount of blood being spilled here today, ladies and gentlemen, is quite frankly ridiculous. The mass chaos horde here, they're unyielding. They are not giving up anytime soon. Even though they've lost 250,000 troops already, they are still pushing forward, and bit by bit, they are making little dents here in the Guardsman's line. Though I do oh my god, I do think they're really going to struggle on at the corners here, because basically there's two overlapping mounts of guardsmen here, and my god, are they putting in the work on the chaos horde here. Those with epilepsy, I'm sorry, there's a lot of flashes. Imagine how the guardsmen feel. Oh my god. Or should I say, oh my god. Look at this though, the chaos are doing it, ladies and gentlemen, bit by bit, stabbing their way forward. 2,600 kills to them so far, and if this front line breaks, there is a second line of guardsmen here. And my god, look at this, we've actually made a little bit of a blood river. That is kind of cool. Still the chaos push on, relentless, unyielding, wanting that hungry blood. There's a lot of blood to be spilled here. Whichever god they pray here, they need to please them. I don't know, actually. I don't, to be much. There's going to be a lot of people out there who know a lot more about the lore of the planet of Tallburn. I know that it was besieged by Chaos, but can't remember off the top of my head who it was. So, if you do know, put it in the comments below, because I've completely forgotten. Thank you. But meanwhile, our line resolutely holding out, the guardsmen knowing that there's no evac here are not faltering. They are just holding on. Oh my, this body pile is getting really, really insane. And speaking of insane, look at this horde here. It just stretches off into the distance. Though in the middle, it looks like they're thinning out yet again. It's doing this weird thing where they seem to be attacking one area. I don't know why, but you know what? We'll go with it if that's what they want to do. I'm wondering if it's something to do with the amount of bullets coming down this middle part, but I don't know because there's not like many bodies there either. Meanwhile, though, 400,000 kills to the defenders and 4,000. Basically, they're sort of doing like, what is that, 10,000 to 1? Something like that? Oh my god, that is a horrific exchange rate, that is. You do not want to be doing that. Mind you, it is Chaos, so they don't really care. So what we're going to do very quickly is we're going to hit a time-lapse camera and we're going to see if Chaos actually manages to breach the front line here. Because honestly, I don't know. Even with the modifications here, they're still taking insane losses. I don't know if they're going to have enough. So, we'll be back in a moment. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. The Imperial Guard line has finally started to collapse on this side. Chaos surging forward now, right in towards that second line. How are we doing over here? It looks like any second now, this one could break. And in fact, it has. Look at this. There is a gap here with the Chaos now was surging through. Oh my god. Absolute insanity is now ensuing, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. There's only such a thin line of guardsmen here. And look at the pile of bodies. It's absolutely insane. In fact, some of them are so possessed, they've decided to start levitating. Look at this. Oh my god. That is all bodies underneath here. Like, look at the height of it. And now look at the thickness of it. That is nothing but Chaos corpse under there. That's pretty terrifying. But the Chaos are pushing forward bit by bit. They have broken little areas off the line. There's still a lot of guardsmen defending, though. But they are making their way through now towards the second line. Look at the bodies, though. The insane cost of life here, ladies and gentlemen, is absolutely tantamount. It's crazy. Oh my god. And yet they're still pushing this one area. Look at this. We've even got an insane little blood lake, and it's got a little bit of depth to it as well. Oh, little Timmy can't get his rubber dinghy in there yet, but any moment he will be able to. Meanwhile, the Chaos Horde here is really focusing on these corners. They really want these chaps dead over here. They don't care if it's the last thing they do. Meanwhile, in the centre, it's a little bit of a weaker force here. They are getting gunned down right before they get there, though, but with the other side's faltering over here bit by bit, it's only a matter of time, possibly. What will run out first? The Guardsman's defense or the amount of chaos that are pushing forward? Going back over to this side, it looks a lot healthier for them. It seems like they've got a lot more troops on this side. But so far, the Guardsmen, 755,000 kills. The Chaos Traitors here, 10,000 kills. Arguably, that's quite impressive for them, considering how much of a challenge they've had getting to this front line. And yeah, them Earthquaker shells just decimating them. But look at this, they are charging the second line over here. And these chaps over here, they're just sort of looking onwards like, yeah, the Imperial Guard seem to have got this so far. We'll just sort of hang back and, you know, wave our swords around menacingly here. Meanwhile, on the flanks, there is nothing but concentrated chaos now, coming only for these troops over here. It's a bit weird. You'd kind of expect a lot more of them to start pouring out into the centre. I mean, I guess there's still quite a lot of them in the centre, but nowhere near enough at the moment. Meanwhile, though, on this side, they are still exactly the same. Oh, what is going on here? Will the Chaos ever make a concentrated effort to push down the centre here? Or are they just going to focus here on the outer edges? It's kind of weird what's going on here. I don't know why they're making these weird little... Okay, so it looks like the Chaos are having a little bit of a weird possession here. They're sort of glitching up the side of walls, and that might explain why they're having a bit of trouble pathing. I don't know. Perhaps that's what's breaking them. Because this is very strange. Like I said, you'd sort of expect all these chaps to sort of funnel down the centre here, because the centre now is almost completely open. Oh, what is going on? This is weird. Sometimes they either just break completely, or sometimes they just don't act normally. So what I think we'll do then, with our weird little tendrils like this, I think we'll quickly hit a time lapse and see how long we actually take here, because I don't know if they're going to be able to push. Because like I said, look, there's hardly any units pushing this centre here. There's a pitiful amount coming through. So we're sort of kind of waiting to see if these flanks over here fall. I don't know if they're going to, because the bodies are piled extremely high here already. So, yeah, we'll be back in a moment. Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, coming down to the last lot, and finally it looks like they've decided to wake up and start attacking the centre again. It's a little bit too late for the chaos, though, I think. As you can see, they've been absolutely slaughtered. There's only 157,000 of them left here, and look at this body pile. Not only did we make that one there, we've got this one here. Oh my god, how tall are these? And there's even a little blood lake in between them. Oh my god, how many are dead? Oh, that is absolutely terrifying. Look at that. Just bodies and blood. And meanwhile, more are being added to it all the while. Oh, you've got to absolutely love it. But it does look like then that pretty much all of them on this side have been devastated. Look how many bodies are strewn across the floor here. Absolute insanity. How are we doing on this side? Yep, the last few here charging right for that centre. There we go. They're not caring. They don't care about this part. Oh, my days. What the hell happened here? Oh, that is, yeah, that's a little bit insane. That's one hell of a body pile that's been made here. Now, let's go test the depth. Oh, almost. Little Timmy might be able to get his paddling pool in there. Come on, let's see. Is there a part here that's deep enough? How deep is your blood? No, not quite, unfortunately. But you know what? That's one hell of a sight. That is one hell of a sight. Look at that. Oh my, oh my god. Oh, an absolute quagmire of death. The last remaining chaos here then, charging over this hill by the looks of it. Yeah, pretty much all of them are here. Still glitched out, still trying to get to this one little area for some god-unknown reason. Perhaps it's all part of the grand chaos plan here, ladies and gentlemen. Just charging over this one little area, making the biggest body pile that they can. Perhaps this is what it is. Perhaps they're building a skull throne. Perhaps that's what they've tried to do here. Oh my god, this is actually quite deep over here. But, little Timmy, you can get your rubber dinghy out here. Look at this. We actually managed to achieve that. Oh my god. Well, I do think, though, because we've been running now for like 2 hours, I do think, though, that we are going to end this one here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to say that the Imperial Guard successfully defended their landing zone, and they can go on to help out the fortress and their beleaguered defenders. But, as always, I do hope you had a blast. I know I did. Please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. A massive shout out to all our channel members who help to keep this channel going. And as a bonus reward, your extra content is now available, so go and check it out. And if you're not a channel member, why the heck not? Click the join button below. And if you're after some handy dandy artwork, links are in the description. With all that being said, as always, until next time, peace.